The New York Rangers dropped a horrible game to the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. This team played awful, arguably the worst performance by the Rangers so far this season. It was completely trash. They got outshot 40-18. Jonathan Quick was in net. I know we're out at Foxy and Chytil. I know we had some new guys in the lineup and stuff, so things got shaken up, especially on the back end and stuff. But man, this team was awful. The penalties killed us. It was just a bad game overall, but taking a look here, though, at the goalies to start things off before we take a look at the periods. Quick stops 36 of 40 shots. He played pretty good, made a nice stop in the shootout as well, but unfortunately just could not get the job done. But he still played pretty good. I mean, he had 40 shots against him, let in 4 goals, made a lot of great stops. But just an unfortunate game there where Quick played pretty solid overall, but definitely just, the Rangers couldn't get the job done. Then we see Gustafsson, Phil Gustafsson, he starts the game off for the Minnesota Wild. He lets in 3 goals on 4 shots. He gets pulled, and Fleury comes in and finishes off the game where he gets 13 saves on 14 shots. So Fleury played pretty good. Gustafsson played absolute trash, but the Rangers score the first goal of the game here in the first period. Lindgren gets a point shot off that goes off Tyler Pitlick and then hits off Jimmy Vesey and goes in to make things 1-0 for the Rangers. And the Wild broadcaster, I don't know why I was watching on that channel, because that's just the channel I was getting. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but he was calling Alexis Lafreniere, I don't know why. I mean, I know there's like a prospect on LA or something like that that has the name Lafreniere. I don't know why he kind of thought that or what the reason was. But right after he kind of said that, I'm not even kidding, maybe 10, 15 seconds later, the Rangers scored to make things 2-0. Panarin rips one in past Gustafsson. Obviously, Philip Gustafsson, not Eric Gustafsson, the Rangers D-man. He was screened by a couple guys as well, so not fully on him, but one gets past him. Panarin obviously continues his point streak to 11 games. Now he has had a point in every single game played, and that was assisted by Trocheck and Lafreniere. Then a little after that, we see Eric Gustafsson rip one past Philip Gustafsson to make things 3-0 for the Rangers. Then Gustafsson gets pulled, the Wild goaltender, after letting in 3 goals on 4 shots. He did not do too great, and it was assisted by Cooley and Wheeler as well. So Wheeler got his first point as a New York Ranger in the regular season, and Cooley gets a point as well. Nice to see that. That puts the Rangers up 3-0. Like I said, Gustafsson, he did get pulled in the game, and Fleury comes in, and Fleury did pretty good, stopping 13 of 14 shots once he came in the first period. So he didn't do too bad at all, but Gustafsson definitely did not have the best game. Then we see a little after that, Kandry Miller got 2 minutes for high sticking. That was killed off. The Rangers go 4 for 4 on the PK in this game, so that was also a good sign. And then a little after that, we see Jonathan Quick get 2 for tripping. So the goalie, obviously Jonathan Quick, he gets 2 for tripping. But on that power play for the Wild, he absolutely robs Kaprizov on a one-timer with his glove. So a nice save there. Quick had a good game. He made a lot of great stops. A goal or two you could have maybe argued was probably on him, or he should have had maybe. But either way, he made a lot of great stops. You definitely cannot blame this loss on Jonathan Quick. He pretty much carried us to overtime and then into the shootout, which was definitely a nice thing to at least get pointed to this, even though we definitely did not deserve any. So that was good there. It was reviewed as well, the save, but it was obviously never across the goal line, so that was fine. And we see Schneider after that. He gets 2 for high sticking as well, so another penalty. The Rangers kill that off, though. Then into the second period here, we see the Minnesota Wild get on the board from a point shot that squeaks through Jonathan Quick, kind of sits behind him, then Ryan Hartman comes in and just tucks it home to make things 3-1 for the Rangers. Then a little after that, we see the Wild get another goal. Brock Faber, he just skates past some guys, makes a nice pass over to Joel Eriksson, who's wide open back door, and he tucks one to make things 3-2. Then Laviolette calls a timeout, and we go to the third period where the Wild tie things up at 3. Zuccarello, of course, gets some revenge. Not really revenge, but you know what I mean. Just a nice goal against his former team. And he scores a nice redirected shot along the ice. Just a nice tip in by him. A nice redirection to make things 3-3. Then we see the Minnesota Wild take the lead 4-3 with Kirill Kaprizov. He just kind of, throws up the puck out front right to Marco Rossi, who just kind of whacks it in, is bouncing, spinning around a bit. He kind of whacks it in and scores. Puts it past Jonathan Quick to make things 4-3. Kreider ties things up not too long after that to make things 4-4. A nice point shot comes in. Kreider tips it in, assisted by Panarin and Gustafsson. So a nice goal there to tie things up at 4. Then we go to a shootout because nothing happened in overtime, where we see Zuccarello score, Panarin scores. Then we see Matthew Boldy score, and he gets one off the post, hits off Quick, goes in. An unfortunate one there. And then Trocheck has to score for the Rangers to keep things alive, but unfortunately he does not, so the game ends there. 5-4 for the Minnesota Wild, a disappointing loss, but just an overall horrible game by the Rangers. They played absolutely terrible, let's be honest here, especially in that second and third period. They played all right in the first, scoring 3 goals there, and did okay, but still didn't play great. But then the second and third period were horrible. Quick played pretty good throughout this whole entire game, had a couple goals where he'd probably want him back. But other than that, though, he had a phenomenal game. Had 40 shots against the Rangers, got heavily outshot 40-18, but still ended up squeaking out with a point on the road in Minnesota with an 8-2-1 record now. Not too bad. An 8-1-1 on the road is not terrible either. This team overall on the road has played really good this year, and we currently still sit first place in the Metropolitan Division, so you cannot be too upset with that. This team is still good, although we are out, obviously, Adam Fox and Filipino for a bit now, and as well as Igor Shesterkin. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. I post every single day. And don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts as well on this game, because overall it wasn't a good game, but the Rangers still did squeak out a point, which is definitely a good thing to see. Thanks for watching, and see ya.